Hello, hello, hello. As always, I'm just getting everything set up, so bear with me for a moment. And if you're joining me on Zoom, I've got the chat open. And I'm just going to refresh Facebook. Fantastic. So it's 12 o'clock on the dot. We're going to go ahead and get started. It's Christy here from Version of You 2.0. We have done 2 days of like mega learning. Day one was really about opening your eyes wide open to the tragedy that exists today with the statistics, right? We know that even in The Biggest Loser, that they were following the contestants for 6 years post-show, and 80% of those people ended up suffering from what's called the weight rebound effect. So not only did they gain the weight back, but they actually gained more weight than they had before. And why that's really important is because the study proved that without focusing on the psychological and the epigenetic requirements of weight loss, we can actually sabotage our metabolism. So we know that in The Biggest Loser that they had meal plans given to them, that they had prescribed exercise, that they actually had coaches on site helping them out. So we know that they had everything necessary to lose weight. And yet, even as a result of that, they gained the weight back, 80% of them did, and they ended up kind of wreaking havoc on their metabolism, where in the end, their metabolism slowed as a result of having been on that show. Now, we talked about kind of some of the reasons behind that, and that's because you need to change your beliefs around food. You need to change your relationship that you have with your body, but you also need to change your beliefs around whatever got you to the position that you're in right now. So it's not always because of overeating. It's not always because of binge eating. It can be the result of not making yourself a priority. It can be the result of high stress. It can be the result of thinking that, you've got this perceived sense of there isn't enough time, or that's just not in the cards for me. There are all of these different psychological reasons that we come up with that results in weight gain. So as I always say, it's never just about weight loss. There is always more to it. Listen, if calorie restriction and exercise prescription worked, then we wouldn't have the kind of epidemic that we have when it comes to obesity. You know that, right? I mean, Google. You don't have to trust me if you don't want to. I'm just trying to help you not to have to do all the research. But if you don't trust me, just Google, and you will see that weight gain and obesity is this huge epidemic. And I proved that to you on Monday when I shared with you statistics. 1 out of every 5 Canadians is obese. By 2025, 50% of the American population will be obese. 5 years later, by 2030, an additional 10%. So it'll go up to 60%. That's insane. That's astronomical. And it's not because people aren't trying to lose weight. This isn't about body shaming people. This isn't about shaming people, making people feel guilty. In fact, this workshop is designed to do the opposite. It's designed to make you very aware that while you may be trying to lose the weight loss industry is failing you and has failed you. Chances are 90% of you, if not 100% of you watching this either live or on the replay, have already tried to lose weight. That this isn't your first rodeo. And if you're here watching this, then there's something about your body you're not happy with, right? There's some level of weight gain, inflammation, lack of energy. You don't like how you look in the mirror. It's affecting your relationship with your partner, where you don't feel as sensual. You don't feel like you can be as intimate because you're embarrassed by how you look and how you feel. Well, all of that has to do with your relationship with your body. That also has to do with your relationship with food. And most importantly, that has to do with your relationship with your self-worth. So I created this workshop for two reasons. One, so that I can give you a snapshot of how my program is different from what you've experienced in the industry. It wasn't enough for me to be able to say to you, my program's different, pay attention to me, over here, spend your money on me. I wanted to prove to you how different it was. And so far, via the comments, your experience has been really, really good. And I want to continue to prove that to you. So my first purpose for creating this was to prove to you, through a snapshot of 5 days, of how the weight loss industry has failed you and how you have alternative solutions. I have a solution for you, and I will be unveiling that solution tomorrow. I'm like super excited. I feel like Christmas has come early for all of us as a result of this workshop. I know that I sound biased, but if you are brand new to this workshop and today's your day one, wait. Okay, there's just so much really good value in this information. And I recommend that you go back and watch the replays if you're one of my VIPs who has access to the replays via your inbox. This is invaluable. The second reason I put this together was because I want you to stop shaming yourself. I want you to stop that storyline of saying, you know, what used to work in the past isn't working for me anymore. I just feel like I should give up. Nothing's working. You know, I try this for a little while and then it doesn't work for me, or I don't see the results I'm looking for. And granted, things take time. Okay. It took you a little while to potentially create this unhealthy body that you're in. So yes, it will take time for you to create a healthy body. Now, there are options to help to expedite that in my cellular support product that I sell. But I just need you to recognize that you can get off this hamster wheel of starting, stopping something, or starting something, finishing it, getting the results that you want to end up gaining the weight back. It doesn't have to be that way. And that was the second reason why I put this workshop together. So in day 2, we actually dove into 2 of the archetypes. And I really tried to make sure that you can learn the polar opposites of the archetype, because that meant it was just a lot easier for you to identify where you fit in if you resonated with one of the 2 archetypes. And the other thing that you need to be aware of is that although there are 6 archetypes in total, that there are 10,000 unique variations. So you will hear dominant personality traits and dominant aspects of an archetype that's going to really kind of meet who you are as an individual, but you're also going to hear nuances of other archetypes where you might also portray some of those personality traits. And that's okay, because we are all unique and we should be treated as unique individuals, not be pigeonholed in the weight loss industry's templates that they have designed. I went through 21 of the most common diets that the rest of the 100+ diets basically originated from. And what we've been doing so far is we've been identifying that there are some archetypes that do well with intermittent fasting, that do well with the volumetrics diet, that do well with the ketogenic diet. But there's also the fact that archetypes don't do well on the ketogenic diet. For instance, one of the archetypes requires 5 meals a day. They would not do well on the intermittent fasting diet. And they also require animal proteins to sustain them for sustenance. So they would not do well on a vegetarian diet. Whereas the polar opposite only requires 2 meals per day and would do really well on the intermittent fast diet. Also would do really well on more of a vegetarian style diet. So it's really important that you understand that we're all very unique. And despite the trends in the industry of the ketogenic diet right now, of the paleo diet 5 years ago, you know, although there are trends out there, those trends don't suggest that we all fit into the mold of the parameters of those diets. And that's kind of really one of the key factors that I want you coming away from as you continue to learn a little bit more about these unique archetypes. So, is there anything that you've learned so far? So I can see that we have a few viewers now with us on Facebook. So if you've been with me participating so far, go ahead and say hello. Let me know what days you've been participating in. If you've been, you're kind of sweeping it, you've already attended day 1 and day 2, let me know. And if you have been attending the days, or at least one of the days so far, just kind of let me know what you thought. You know, what's some of your feedback that you have, some of your experiences so far. I'd be really grateful if you can communicate with me and share that with me. So I'm going to go ahead and refresh my screen. So that I can follow along. All right. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and continue now. So we are now into day 3. So today I'm going to be discussing 2 new archetypes with you, the endomesomorph and the ectomorph. The endomesomorph is the outgoing social extrovert, and the ectomorph is the reserved, often cerebral introvert. Now, before we do that, as always, I'm going to go ahead and summarize what was learned in day 2 for those of you who may just be joining me for the first time. So yesterday we talked about the mesomorph and the endoectomorph. So the mesomorph versus the endoectomorph. So the mesomorph is the one that eats 5 times a day and does really well with high fat diets and protein, while the endoectomorph needs to eat a maximum of 3 times a day and a predominantly vegetarian diet. So maximum 3 times a day. It is best that the endoectomorph skips breakfast. So the intermittent fasting would do really well for the endoectomorph, whereas the volumetrics, 5 meals a day for the mesomorph, probably that ketogenic diet will work really well for the mesomorph, as long as they refrain from eating dairy, wheat, and grains, because they tend to have more of the high inflammatory response. One excels in high stress environments like the ER, which is the mesomorph, while the other excels in calm spaces like the therapeutic office. One typically reacts before thinking, the mesomorph, while the other thinks far too long before reacting, the endoectomorph. Now for today, I'm just really excited about these 2 polar opposites, the endomesomorph, which is our life of the party, versus the ectomorph, who's a little bit more of our introspective observer. So the body composition for the endomesomorph, our life of the party archetype, started with this embryonic dermal layer, which consisted of the mesodermic layer and the endodermic layer. So embryonic development focused on the muscle, the red blood cells, gut cells, as well as the lungs, thyroid, and digestive cells. Now, why this is important as a reminder is because, you know, after those first 9 days, when the body of the fetus starts to develop in utero, what layer, so there's 3 layers, the layer that starts to develop is also the layer that kind of decides on the prevalence of the organs that are going to be the strongest in the body, as well as the hormone production. So we all don't have the same dominant hormones. And as a result of that, some of us can exercise in the morning, some of us can't. Some of us can handle high stress, some of us can't. Some of us are more active, some of us are less active. And all of that is because of the way that our personalities and our characteristics, based on our epigenetics, based on kind of the dominating attributes of our gene expression. So the endomesomorph are shorter in stature with shorter limbs and fingers. They have a medium build and bone structure. They typically have a rounder face and can gain weight a little more quickly. Now, for personality traits, this archetype produces more oxytocin, okay? A hormone that's produced in the hypothalamus, which is responsible for the deep need for connection, love, and support. This archetype is naturally playful. They enjoy competition, team sports, motivating games, including recreational activities like throwing a frisbee, volleyball, or soccer. They like to express their feelings and do so with ease, and they have this deep desire to do so. They do not like bottling up their emotions. Now, from a health status perspective, their mental health benefits most from being surrounded by people, joining groups, or participating in events. Long periods of alone time, working independently on a project from beginning to end, may actually create stress, anxiety, and some level of depression. For exercise, exercise suggestions include activities that do not follow the same pattern each day, as too much consistency becomes monotonous for this archetype. Interval training, aerobic-based exercise, and anaerobic activity are suggested. However, aerobic-based training should be limited because of the monotony and the perceived sense of boredom. Exercise prescription should always include working out with a partner. So group fitness classes, joining clubs, and small group training is best. Days should include regular movement breaks, as sitting for long stretches is not ideal for this archetype. This includes a variety of activities during movement breaks, such as calisthenics, which is just full body movements. So squats, lunges, push-ups, planking, doing bridges, yoga flow-based classes, short hikes or walks, and stretching. Now, in terms of dietary recommendations, this archetype would do well with 3 meals a day, plus a citrus fruit in the afternoon for energy. Rich foods in essential fatty acids, moderate animal protein with lots of fruits and vegetables, with few grains is recommended for this archetype. So mealtime should be prioritized because they tend to forget to eat, which will increase their chances then of grabbing a food type that is not so good for their bodies because they're feeling like they're starving. So that's a self-sabotaging behavior, right? Forgetting to eat the food and then going for something that's quick, like crackers, cheese, granola bars, stuff like that. It's likely that they're going to choose a food for its taste versus its function or quality for the body. So as I said, in skipping a meal, one of the self-sabotaging behaviors will be to go for something that would be considered a little bit more on the junk side of the junk food spectrum because of its taste. So this archetype prefers comfort foods. So creating healthy versions of the classic shepherd's pie, lasagna, meat pie, soups, stews, and chilies will be of value. So there's a nice pro tip for you. Eating alone can decrease digestion and lower mood. So this archetype needs to eat with people for most or all of their meals. A diet must include various options because bland food, restrictive diets, and the same food types may not be appealing and can affect their mood. So again, another self-sabotaging behavior could be that if they're constantly eating the same meal because of a restricted diet requirement, then they're way, way, way more prone to derail their eating plan. Food is stimulation. It is fun and pure enjoyment for this archetype. So food is very important for this archetype. They should, however, go several hours between meals, but should eat at regular intervals. So remember, this is a 3 meal a day person who can have a citrus fruit in the afternoon to help to deal with some of the sluggishness around that 3 o'clock time frame. Now, a career that involves interacting with people, such as being a public figure, a presenter, facilitator, or teacher is best. This archetype can handle diverse personalities and is known for collaborating, advocating for others, and putting the needs of others first, even at their own detriment. They do best in positions that offer a wide variety of tasks and enjoy learning new skills. Since they have a naturally higher level of serotonin and oxytocin, their body type is usually quite optimistic and they crave connection. Limitations in their career are working on a project where the results are not achieved fast enough. So they tend to get bored when they don't see the rewards. Completing tasks alone can result in uncertainty, lack of confidence, and sadness. They may also find it hard to actually stick to the task, follow the directions, or maintain a routine, and they can, in fact, give up on a project before it's ended. This archetype may be less patient than other archetypes and is not great with reoccurring routines. So I'm getting some really great questions. Elizabeth is asking, should we look at our body type when we were a child? The answer to that is no. I want to say it's the age of 16. That's going to be something that I'm going to be expanding upon in my services. It's just not right now, but I want to be able to offer this for families. But I want to say that it's the age of 16. And the reason for that is because their preferences are changing so much that hormone dominance still kind of, it's really hard to tell at this point, even though hormone dominance starts kind of within day 9 of in utero. They're still too young for us to really know. And the last thing that we want to do is we don't really want to label them. However, in saying that, what I talked about with you yesterday was with regards to the archetype that typically gets labeled with ADD or ADHD. When we have that more hyperactive individual, whether that's an adult or a child, we just need to be more cognizant of the fact that it may just be that their dominant hormone requires that which is testosterone, requires for them to move a little bit more, right? We know that their adrenal cortex was developed early on. So noradrenaline, cortisol, and testosterone are huge major components of just their everyday living. And when they can express those hormones through movement, and in regular eating schedule, then they will in fact be able to focus. So while we don't know per se or a particular child's development before the age, I believe, is 16, we can start to associate more of those predominant personality traits without really labeling them. So if you've got one of your children, for instance, Liz, who tends to like to be more active, then giving them the opportunity to come home from school and go outside and like build an epic snowman or do some shuttle sprints or shovel, even if it's a matter of shoveling the lawn because the driveway's done, getting them to do some of that anaerobic exercise for about 20 minutes before coming in the house to have dinner, or having a snack and then doing that and then coming in the house to have dinner before doing homework is just a really excellent way for their bodies to be able to utilize their hormones productively. And then the second question that you have is, can blood tests help to confirm your archetype? No, what ends up happening is, when you decide to work with me, what'll happen is you'll actually go through a series of different health-based assessment questionnaires, and you will undergo about 80 different assessments. Now, you won't yourself have to undergo 80 different assessments, but There's an algorithm that will take you through 80 different assessments. So there's 15 different sciences that are taken into consideration, as well as the 80 different assessments, plus the different health questionnaires that you're asked in order for you and I to better understand kind of where you fit in. Because remember, it's a predominant 6 archetype, but there's 10,000 variations. So while in this 5-day workshop, you're going to learn more about you, we also need to learn about some of your nuances. And the more that you and I learn about your nuances, it's so much easier for us to prevent self-sabotaging behaviors when we know that you're kind of getting closer to those, when we can start to spot some of the stresses that we can avoid in advance. Thank you. You're very welcome. Thank you for engaging and participating. I'm loving this. And then Wendy, all 3 days. Thank you. Anybody else, if you've got any questions, comments, concerns, please do not hesitate to ask. So we're going to go ahead and get into the environment next. So for the environment, they really love social engaging environments. Okay, this is our social butterfly. Now I will be talking about that social butterfly piece in just a moment. So if you resonate with a lot of this, but you don't resonate so much with that extroverted self, it's okay. I've got you covered, because you still might fit into this archetype. They need a socially engaging environment like their home, where they can host or have highly connective touch points like networking events, lunchtime gatherings, and coffee socials. The climate should be temperate with cooler evenings and warmer days, but with no humidity. And drier climates are best, despite being highly adaptable to other environments. Now, here's some of the preferences for this archetype. And this is where I'm going to get into maybe some of that concern you might have of, do I really fit in here? I feel like I'm really close to being in this endomesomorphic archetype, but I'm not that huge social butterfly that she keeps talking about. That's okay. This archetype has a natural affinity for social environments. Therefore, their list of priorities include mind, social, place, career, fitness, and then food. So here's the thing. Although they're labeled as the social butterfly, as the extrovert, if they don't feel like they have a deep sense of connection with people, then they will not be extroverted. Okay? So the mind is their first priority on kind of our Maslow's hierarchy of needs, because they need emotional stability. So this archetype will typically describe to me that they have this sense of depression, that they have this sense of not being fulfilled. And it's because they don't have connection with others. Okay? And if they don't have that connection with others, then they're not extroverted. And they may not be the person who walks into the room and immediately starts a conversation with a huge group of people, but they are the person that people gravitate to. They are the person whom this archetype can easily have a conversation with one personality and can turn around and kind of morph like a chameleon and have a conversation with an entirely different personality. They just have this chameleon nature to be able to resonate with so many different personalities. And it's just a natural predisposition that they have. So since their dominant hormone is oxytocin, trust and deep, meaningful relationship is most important. And again, when they don't have that, then they're less likely to be extroverted. When they feel that they lack trust, this creates a negative thought pattern in their mind, which can change their behavior. So I find that although a lot of people resonate with this archetype, and when my clients kind of find out that, yes, they are actually this archetype, they kind of have this sense of, oh, I didn't know that I had this social butterfly piece in me. But as we start to work on some of the stresses, they realize that, yeah, they need that deep, meaningful connection. They don't need artificial relationships. They need deep, meaningful connections, and they need to outsource that. They need that from being in social environments. So this archetype needs time to process their feelings and must feel like they can share their feelings openly, to have successful connection. A lack of inclusion can actually create hypersensitivity in them. Now, for fitness-related activities, this is wide for them because they can essentially do anything. CrossFit is an excellent activity as they're well-rounded athletes. They do not have the same time restrictions in exercise like what you learned about yesterday with the endo-ectomorph. So this archetype can do well exercising at any time of the day and it won't negatively impact their metabolism. It is suggested for them to remove salt and carbohydrates at night to allow for adequate gut digestion and recovery from the day. With a predisposition for high blood pressure, the reduced salt intake is a cautionary measure, while the removal of carbohydrates at night is due to their higher propensity for weight gain. So a clean eating plan for 3 weeks in a row, followed by 1 week with fewer restrictions, will help this archetype from sabotaging their overall health goals. So I'm going to say that again. For this particular archetype, one of the self-sabotaging behaviors that they have is they get bored when they have to follow something consistently for a long period of time. So one of the best advice that I can give you is if you resonate with this archetype and you're following a healthy meal plan, you really want to follow it very closely for about 3 weeks, and then you want to loosen up the reins a little bit for about 1 week. So consider birthday parties or social engagements. That's typically the week where you want to loosen up the reins a little bit, and then you want to tighten up those reins in the other weeks. And that will help you to lose the weight or maintain the weight that you are at without feeling like you're going to derail your healthy eating plan. So before we move on, are there any takeaways from what you've learned so far about the endomesomorph, about our social butterfly? Excellent. Thank you. So no comments so far. So I'm going to go ahead and continue then. And I already know that I'm ahead of you on Facebook. So I'm going to continue to refresh. If you've got any comments, feel free. I'm more than happy to engage with you. So we're going to go ahead and move on now to our ectomorph, the exact opposite of our social butterfly. So this is our true ectomorph with a primary dermal layer being the ectodermic layer with a pronounced focus on skin and nervous system. Now listen, this archetype, their metabolism actually uses their muscle to help to fuel their bodies. So they have what's called a catabolic metabolism, meaning it uses muscle to fuel as well as sugar and fat. So because of that, they have the smallest muscle mass and bone structure with long, lean muscle. They typically have an oval face and narrow jaw, slender fingers, narrow shoulders, and they generally taller than mesomorphs, which is what you learned about yesterday. So for personality traits, which is where I need to get to, sorry. The main characteristics include them being creative, intuitive, spiritual, and artistic. This archetype has an incredible intellectual capacity. They're very sensitive to stimulation and emotions. They're naturally independent and have an affinity towards aesthetically pleasing spaces. They have a higher sense of awareness due to the vasopressin hormone, which increases the need for vigilance, and higher levels of dopamine, which helps them with a greater level of focus. They have a natural ability to see things, to see how things will look before they're completed. So rune design, art projects, and handmade designs, for example. This archetype is thoughtful, well organized, and prefers stimulation of the mind. They're also powerfully intuitive as they observe everything, including people's mannerisms and word choices. So they can sniff out bullshit. So for health status, when it comes to the betterment of their mental health, these archetypes prefer solitude as they're independent thinkers and workers. They're sensitive to overstimulation and the emotional energy of others. They're intuitive beings whose mental health dramatically improves when they're creative and detailed. Now, exercise for them should stimulate the mind. It should be motivating and engaging, like yoga, qigong, and tai chi. Step classes or choreograph-based classes like ballet, dance, and hip hop is also of interest because it promotes the thinking while experiencing the movements. Now, any sport activity that requires that they master a skill is also of benefit. So fencing and curling or golfing, for example. For diet for them, they need to eat well-cooked foods. They also need warm food over cold food, and raw food is not typically recommended for this archetype either. So they should consume smaller, more frequent meals with snacks in between. And because digestion can be an issue, they should always choose their food with a little bit more meaning. So they would do best being able to chew their food really well, so that 50 chews per bite or somewhere along that time, along those lines would do well for them, as well as consuming pineapple juice before a meal, because this helps to increase the hydrochloric acid in their stomach. Now, consuming food that's under low stress conditions is essential in order for them to improve digestion. So simple foods instead of rich foods, and grazing throughout the day where they can eat small meals throughout the day is preferred because of their digestive system. And they're typically labeled as snackers because they appear to be eating all of the time. So again, focus on well-cooked foods, especially well-cooked meats, eating small, frequent meals, simple meals instead of rich foods. And interestingly enough, salads are not really beneficial because it kind of falls into that raw food category, and it creates more digestive issues for the stomach. So digestive enzymes may help, but not eating those raw foods may be even better for this particular archetype. Now, from a career standpoint, careers best suited include engineering, science, art, graphic arts, photography, accounting, and editing, as they require detailed focus and they work really well independently. Ectomorphs are great at being able to put all the pieces, ideas, and concepts together. Now, their limitations include their level of sensitivity towards stimulation or external influences like other people's high emotions. So putting them in situations where they have to work with more dramatic-based individuals can be a little bit more challenging for them. They can be misperceived as reclusive because they do not comply with social norms. They require an understanding of the rules before accepting them as truths. And they actually listen for credibility when someone is speaking to them, which I think is like a superhuman skill. I think that's so fascinating. So like I said, they can sense bullshit. I love that. So for their environment, they need a warm to hot environment, specifically a space between 80 to 100 degrees. And they should live close to the equator if possible. Soothing, low lit and low sensory environments are optimal for this archetype. And a space that allows them to work independently is recommended. Now, for their Maslow's hierarchy of needs, they list their priorities by state of mind being most important, then their space, food, social life, and then their level of fitness last. They need data, logical order, rules, organization, and details to thrive. So if they don't have that, then stress levels go up really high. Okay, that's why the mind is most important for them. This ensures that their innate biological fear response is not being triggered. So remember, their nervous system was the first to develop. So they have this higher state of alertness and awareness. Because of that, it's really easy for them to get triggered if they don't feel like they're safe. And when they don't feel like they're safe is because they don't have rules or not organized. They don't have the details to be able to do whatever it is that they need to do to thrive. So this ensures that their innate biological fear response is not being triggered while allowing them to focus on their project or task, which plays nicely with their other dominant hormone, dopamine. So if you are one of these people, then you would thrive on having the data, right? You would thrive on being well organized. If you are in a relationship with someone like this, then you probably already know that they require data. They require to understand the why. Okay, and this is not a bad trait. This is a dominant trait, and this allows them to thrive. So we want to embrace that. To relax, they need to surround themselves in warmth. They need to isolate themselves when possible with low sensory outputs. A sensory deprivation tank is an excellent experience for these archetypes to revitalize themselves when stressed out or overstimulated. So probably after the holidays, or if ever you go away on vacation, coming back and jumping into a sensory deprivation tank would be very beneficial. Eating about 5 times a day with foods that both have fats and carbohydrates is best. So this particular body type would not do well on a ketogenic diet, nor an intermittent fasting diet. Short breaks after eating will improve digestion as their body types need to stay relaxed to digest their food adequately. Yeah, you're right. So with the evolution, do we notice, so Elizabeth is saying, so in the evolution, do we notice those specific archetypes live where they need to? No, right? If you think about Canada, which has all seasons of the year, when we have a lot of ectomorphs that move to Canada just because of the diversity of our economic status. You will see a dominant archetype for sure in the landscapes, like the more ectodermic archetype near the equator, and in the North and South Pole regions, you'll see more of that endomorphic body type for sure. But because people are constantly migrating, that's changed, and that increases a person's genetic expression, which can create stress on the body. So that's why we see a lot of stress happen in the wintertime for a lot of archetypes, because their bodies aren't really designed for the type of cold winters that we experience here in Canada and some states in the US. Great question. And yeah, I mean, you're not wrong in that you're going to get more of the ectomorphs and more of the, the tropics for sure. But like I said, because people are migrating now, there's more availability for them to do that. We're just seeing also a trend in stress as a result of environmental response. So moving on to kind of just a summary of these two archetypes. So we've got the endomesomorph and the ectomorph. So the extrovert versus the introvert, recognizing that they may not feel like a true extrovert when they haven't really worked on that sense of comfort in who they are because they don't have those deep connections. So the endomesomorph, or I've also said mesoendomorph, that particular archetype, although they're more the social butterfly, they may not initially qualify themselves as such until they become more comfortable with themselves. So these archetypes are opposites, but actually do really well when they can combine their talents together. So you have the social butterfly of the endomesomorph, who naturally pulls attention onto them, which the ectomorph really appreciates, as they want little attention and spotlight. The ectomorph dials into detail and sees an end result even before a project has officially started, to which the endomesomorph appreciates because they cannot be bothered to pay as much attention to the details. Now, the endomesomorph thinks mainly from their heart, while the ectomorph thinks from their mind. The endomesomorph needs to watch their calorie consumption and carbohydrate intake, while the ectomorph needs to eat often while paying very close attention to their digestive system. as when they are stressed, their digestive system shuts down. Now, my favorite part of this is always the celebrity part. I don't know why, but I just love this part. The celebrities with the endo-mesomorph body archetype are Britney Spears, Nicki Minaj, and Kim Kardashian. They predominantly have rounder faces, which can be seen in the face of Kristen Dunst. Celebrities of the ectomorph body type include Gwyneth Paltrow, Bella Hadid, and Anna Kendrick. They tend to have longer square jaws, square-ish jaws, as per the face of Nicole Kidman, Winona Ryder, and Violetta Commission, who's a professional ballet dancer. So tomorrow, we're going to be discussing what's next for you in this workshop of Shrink Your Waistline and Expand Your Mind, where you're going to be introduced to the Weight Loss Accelerator program. And as I've mentioned already to you, I think on Monday it was, that I'm going to be offering you a discount, and the discount's available until Sunday. So I'm going to unveil all of the aspects of the Weight Loss Accelerator program. And before I do that, again, I need to mention to you that you're going back to college, you're going back to university. We are disrupting your life as it is right now. So you're going to have to think about investing in yourself. You're going to have to think about the time commitment that you're going to make to this. You know, this is not something that you want to start and quit. This is like going back to school, where, you know, you would invest in being able to up-level your career. Well, now you have this opportunity to up-level your career because it's going to improve your energy levels, your self-confidence, and your ability to focus. But it's also going to up-level your health. It's going to up-level your relationship with yourself, your relationship with food, and your relationship with your partner and your inner circle. So there's a lot of learning about you that you're going to get when you go to the School of You. Okay, so I'm going to be unveiling that tomorrow, as well as we're going to be diving into the subconscious mind tomorrow, so you can get better acquainted with why we sabotage ourselves. So there's these really cool, I don't want to give it away, but there's these really cool aspects of our brain that when we can really kind of tap into that and understand a little bit better, then it's easier for us to stop the derailment before we're kind of spiraling out of control. So we're going to work on that tomorrow. So who do you know is that social butterfly, or is the introverted, introspective ectomorph? And where do you think you fit so far? Have you kind of learned more about the archetypes where you think you found your archetype? Don't forget, we're still going to be covering 2 more. We haven't completed them all. There are 6 in total, and we've just completed 4. So if you've not heard your archetype yet, that's okay. We're going to be covering the last 2, the true endomorph and the mesoectomorph. Can't wait to see. I love it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you've got questions, comments, concerns, if you're watching this on the replay, just go ahead and respond back to me via email. You can also comment if you're going to be able to watch this before tomorrow. I pull the recordings. Laugh out loud, not an ecto, neither am I, neither am I. And that's okay. You know, I think part of the reason why we're really, I really wanted to put this workshop together was because I really wanted, again, for you not to feel ashamed of your body type. We all have these unique features to us, and we all have these self-sabotaging behaviors. So like I said about mine, I'm the endo-ectomorph, so I fit on the full range on the scale. And I have this self-sabotaging behavior where when I feel stress, I spend too much time thinking instead of acting. So I ruminate and I procrastinate. But I also have these great qualities to me as well. Then we've got the ectomorph, who really has to, get all of the data. They need to understand the why, but when they understand the why, their level of focus and detail is there. And so when we can really understand all of these archetypes, we can just be so forgiving with ourselves and our relationships with our body. And we can be forgiving of those dominant personality traits in other people. And the other component I want you to get out of this as well is that although this is this leads you into a weight loss program, and a lot of times people have this sense in their head that, I hate my body, I want to have a different body, I need to lose weight. What I want you to do instead is I want you to recognize all of the benefits of your body while we can still work to improve the health, the state of our body. And we work to improve the state of our body, we're improving the relationship and the connection that we have with our body, both from that psychological, but also from that physiological aspect. When we can get our bodies healthy, then it can do more for us. When we can respect our bodies from that psychological place, then we can actually treat our bodies with the kindness and the respect that it deserves, because our body is truly our best friend. We have best friends, we have partners, we have external sources of friendships and connections, but there is no greater connection than your body. Your body protects you by storing traumas in your body. The body protects you with sabotaging behaviors as a means of you feeling good and feeling safe and feeling loved. And when you can really connect and understand that, we can then do better. But that's not because we're shaming our bodies and saying that the way our body is right now is bad. It's not that. It's saying we can celebrate our bodies as they are right now and continue to celebrate the success of getting our body healthier. And when we do that, we lose the weight as a result. And that is how we achieve permanent weight loss. And I'm about to cry and I've got goosebumps. So I hope you hear me loud and clear. Anyway, I've got a call with a client coming up, so I need to go. Here's to showing up for you. Have yourself a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you back tomorrow. Peace.